Hello, it's 9:30 and welcome to the weather update. First day of February. And we start off with sun, and then these clouds kind of came in around noon, depending on where you are from east to west. They kind of rolled in. If you were in the city, though, you had sunshine into the afternoon. These clouds kind of rolled in from east to west, and there you go, kind of stuck in these clouds right now. And you see some high clouds around, too. So this is what it looked like earlier on in the day. You can see the clouds over the east end, and they kind of advanced from east to west into Long Island. And looking at islip, look at some of these observations here. At islip, you could see they had the clouds kind of show up around 10, and then around 1 o'clock it became mostly cloudy at islip. And you can see they kind of move from east to west. So if you look at West Hampton, for instance, you'll see here that the clouds kind of came in right around the same time. So it's pretty much around that noon, 1 o'clock hour that the clouds kind of came in. But other than that, if you were up early in the morning, you did probably have a clear sky for the morning. But, you know, all the snow out there, who could really walk around out there anyway? So this is the... Oh, come on, Twitter. You are such a pain. Why did they pop this pop-up up? It's like they don't want me looking at it unless you have an account. They are a real pain in the ass. All right. Hold on a second. Just hold on. Apologize. I had everything all set up. It's very annoying. You got to go to incognito, and then they don't do it to you. But, we're going to go over the climate for January 2022, and this is the month at a glance, but you'll see temperatures average 3.4 degrees below normal for Central Park. LaGuardia was 2.7 degrees below normal. Kennedy was 2.5 degrees below normal. Islip was 3.1 degrees below normal. Bridgepoint was 3.3 degrees below normal, and Newark was 4.2 degrees below normal. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go to the climate statistics for islip here for the month of January. Why does it say for the month of December 2021? So apparently we don't have the... we don't have the 1-4. We'd have to go to the preliminary. So they don't really have a report for islip yet, apparently. But I guess we'd have to go to the preliminary for islip then. And the preliminary is 3.1 degrees below normal. The average monthly temperature is 28.8. We'll have to wait for the full report to come out, I guess. So we'll have to do that tomorrow, I guess. I was going to have it set up to do it today, but whatever. We'll do it tomorrow. So let's look at our current conditions outside right now, and we're generally in the mid-30s. Warmer day today, so we're in the mid-30s across the area, it looks like. I'm not seeing any radiation or cooling yet. With that cloud cover, it might be a little more difficult to get. But, hey, it looks like they are getting some in New Jersey where they don't have that cloud cover. 19 degrees at Miller Air Park right now with the radiation or cooling going on. So let's look at our highs and lows. We'll start with the lows. Let's go to the lows right now. So here are the lows, and West Hampton not as cold. It's saying 19. But look at this in the middle of the island. 9 degrees it got down to in Carl Place. 2 in Muttontown. 9 in Dix Hills. 4 in Ridge. I'm surprised that West Hampton didn't get as low. For whatever reason, I guess they had some cloud cover or something. Not as cold out over there, but the middle of the island areas got pretty cold last night with the radiation close. What did islip get down to? 10. So islip got down to 10. So yeah, they got not quite as cold as we thought it was going to get. Let's see, maybe New Jersey got some. No, 14 at Miller Air Park, 18. Yeah, 12 at Lakehurst. No, 10 at Lakehurst. So, yeah, not as cold as it was the night before. And let's go to the high temperatures. I think West Hampton is malfunctioning. 90? Does that say 90? No, that's a mistake. So, I don't know. I think maybe West Hampton did radiate and there was just an issue with their temperature gauge. I don't know. But everywhere we got highs above freezing today finally. 36 at Islip. Let's take a look at Central Park for your high for the first day of February. 36 at Central Park, so 36 seems to be the magic number. 36 also at Miller Air Park. So everybody got to around 36 degrees, finally getting above freezing and melting a little bit of that snow. So let's go take a look at see what's going to be happening now. We're still watching this cold frontal situation. As you can see, you got that high that's kind of nosed down there, wedged in from the northeast there. This low that's staying out to sea. And we'll see that kind of layout continue into tomorrow. And then we start seeing that return flow ahead of that cold front. And then the chance of showers on Thursday. It's a very slow-moving cold front. And it's actually bringing a lot. If we pull this out, you'll see here across the middle of the country, there are a lot of winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories. So this is going to be a big winter storm for the middle of the country. So going back to this, you'll see here that this cold front moves through very, very slowly. It's a very slow-moving cold front, and that puts us at risk again on the back end for some wintry mixed precipitation. This is the 18Z GFS. Cold front moves through. We're back in the cold air for Saturday, and then Sunday. We got to watch this next coastal system now that the GFS is bringing a little closer to us for Sunday. All right. So let's take a closer look at our area now, and take a look at this cold front again on the GFS. So here's the cold front coming through, and you'll see it really just a very, very slow-moving cold front that'll eventually work its way offshore after midnight Saturday. I mean, at midnight Friday, but or technically no, it's midnight Saturday. But it's very slow-moving now. If we look at some of the other models, let's look at the Icon, for instance. Now, the other models continue to not bring the wintry precip to our area. It's just the GFS that's doing this. And even the GFS has kind of scaled it back. I don't think the NAM 12 would even go out far enough. Well, the NAM 12 is showing it. The NAM 12 is showing a little bit of it. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this wintry precipitation possibility. This is the 0Z NAM. We've got 66 frames of it right now. 66 actually hours, I should say, of it. But again, it's just too soon to tell what's going to happen with that. We just don't have enough models in yet to say one way or another if we're going to see this. But there's definitely that risk for wintry mixed precipitation continues is still there for Friday, and we'll have a better idea tomorrow what's going to happen. But if we look at this NAM here, you'll see we'll be dry through tomorrow. Tomorrow's our last dry day because Thursday we're going to start seeing the chance of rain, and that chance of rain is going to linger. And then Friday we have the cold front moving through, and it's just very slow moving, and that's the problem, is that we're going to have some precipitation on the back edge, and we're going to have to see what's going to happen with that. Now, if we look at the GFS here, you'll see it has the mix over our area. It seems to be a little less bullish about it, but if we look at the total 24-hour snowfall from it, you'll see that it could give us, now unfortunately this doesn't show ice, but it would give us an inch or two if we got the snow on the backside. The heavier snow would be up north, and you can see again New England, Boston possibly getting a lot of snow, and a lot of snow just north of us in Connecticut. But this, we don't really have an ice, doesn't give an icing amount of, we don't really have that here on this model. So again, it's just too early to tell what's going to happen with this, but there's still a risk that we could see this wintry mix event for us on Friday. And the issue, of course, is that the temperatures will be dropping. So let's talk about the temperatures. We'll go to the HRRR, obviously, which isn't going to take us far enough out to that storm. I don't think it will. This is the HRRR. And again, dry tomorrow, but you see that chance of rain for Thursday. It would mainly be light, but then as you get into Thursday night, could be starting to see some heavier, steadier rain, which will help wash away some of the snow, and so will the warmer temperatures. So let's go to our temperatures now. And it won't be as cold tonight. I think we'll have lows generally around the freezing mark. And then tomorrow, temperatures will rise up into around 40 on Long Island and mid-40s if you're in Jersey. And then you see it drops again tomorrow night, but not as cold. We stay above freezing. And then we see a more warm air surge, and I think Jersey has a chance of getting up to 50. We'll probably see mid-40s on Thursday. And let's take a look and see the wind direction. So we'll look at the wind direction for this. So right now we got the winds from the east, almost east, like northeast. And then they become sort of southeasterly. They still kind of stay light from the east tomorrow. So that's not going to allow the temperatures to rise that much. It's when we get into Thursday and then we start seeing that more of a southerly component to the wind that we'll start seeing the temperatures rise a little more. Now, we'll go beyond that. We look at the GFS. And this shows the issue that we have. So here we are, southerly flow, cold front approaching, very slow moving cold front. Colder air moves in. And once that dew point drops below freezing is when we'll see. It all depends on how fast that precip gets out of here. If it lingers a little more, then we'll have the risk of the wintry mix possibly ending as snow. And then behind the cold front, northwest winds and that cold air again will be with us on Saturday. So look at the GFS here. Let's go to the GFS temperature. So here's the GFS temperature, and you'll see it pretty much agrees with the HRRR here, though it really wants to hold back some of that warmth. I think that warmth is going to come up a little more than what this is indicating. But you can see that warmth spreading, especially Jersey staying up above 50 as you get toward midnight there. And then the cold front comes through by Friday morning, and then those temperatures drop. And then by Friday afternoon, we're going below freezing, and that's the concern. And then Friday night into Saturday morning, you can see temperatures dropping into the teens. And then for Saturday, we don't really make it out of the probably low to mid-20s. That's going to do it for us. So we have to keep an eye on this, obviously. Then we see a little bit of a moderation trend on Sunday with that. But as far as this front goes, it's still kind of up in the air as to what's going to happen. And I really can't say one way or another. But you can see, let's look at some of these other models, like the RGEM. You can see the RGEM and the Icon bring more warmer air into the area. Look at Jersey getting very warm for Thursday. And so they surge the warm air in a lot more than the other models do. So I'm wondering, the GFS is just being a little too hard. Maybe it's thinking it's going to be harder to budge that cold air away due to the snowpack. Let's look at the Icon. That's the 0Z, which we don't have enough in. But let's look at the Icon and the temperatures, and you'll see why it's showing more warmer air getting into the area. So that's why it's also slower with the colder air coming in. So its timing with the colder air coming in is different. It's slower, and therefore, by the time the cold air would come in, the precipitation will have ended. So you can see there's definitely some differences there in this front. It's very hard to say what's going to happen right now. But let me go back to the RGEM, and we'll just use this to show you the sky conditions here. And again, this is the 18Z RGEM. So here we are tomorrow, and you'll see plenty of clouds around, probably a mix of mid and high-level clouds in the sky, and some sun still mixed in. There'll still be some sunshine, but Thursday we'll definitely won't see the sun at all. It'll be overcast. And then Friday, same deal, and it is we'll have to wait until Saturday before we can clear it out, and that'll probably be our next chance for some sunshine. Let's see what the GFS says. Yeah, so Saturday would be our next chance to have a sunny day at this point. As far as a clear day goes, our last clear day being Sunday, the day after the snowstorm. So that is what it looks like here. We can look at the windy.com model as well. That's the windy.com site, and look at what the European has to say for this storm that we have to worry about. You can see the clouds here hanging on over our area. We'll be dealing with those clouds tomorrow too, I think. It won't be a clear day. There'll be some sunshine, but probably more clouds than sun. Plenty of clouds. We're going to kind of be stuck in the clouds the next 3 days, unfortunately. And here comes this slow-moving front. And again, we have to watch it. You can see the European kind of hangs back a little bit of that precip as well. And again, this is the European on windy.com. And then, so clear this junk out of here on Saturday, and we finally have a clear day again. But as far as the European goes, we can look at precipitation. Unfortunately, this doesn't really show icing. You can see it shows a little bit, but European's still not. But yeah, I don't think we have any models for ice. I don't think we have any models for ice, do we? I don't think we do. But that's what the European looks like. So we're gonna have to keep this. I mean, chances are we're going to be on the line, like right on the line between where the winter accumulation. The further south you are, especially in New Jersey, less of a chance you're going to deal with it. But from New York City and Long Island northward, there's more of a chance that we might have to deal with it. Let's just go to the Climate Prediction Center outlook because it has us going 6 to 10 day has us below normal, but the 18 to 14 day does have us a little bit above normal. So we come out of these extremes here that we've been dealing with. So we'll have to keep an eye on this, obviously, as the pattern evolves. We're still kind of dealing with, if we go back to tidbits here, tropical tidbits, we're still dealing with this trophiness in the east. So you can still expect more cold air. We'll look at the jet stream here in a moment, and then I'll wrap this weather update up. But you can see here that get a little bit of a break, but then the next trough comes in the weekend, brings in some more cold air, and still sees tendency for trophiness, and still chances for storms, more snowstorms as well. And if we look at the upper air, which we're going to do now on the GFS, you'll see here that see that little weak ridging that we have, but then that trough comes through, then we get a little bit more weak ridging, and then another bigger trough comes through around February 11th. That could bring some more cold air and a possible storm. So you still see the trophiness there. We're still in a wintertime pattern here. We can also look at the European as well, see if this really shows any differences from the GFS. Here's the European. See, the European's a little slow with that trough coming in for Saturday, and that's what makes the difference between whether we see any wintry precipitation or not. That is the question. So let me go back to the CONUS view, and we'll go to the GFS here, and just look at the rest of the surface map as we head past the event on Saturday. So you can see this is this next storm here that we have to watch for. It looks like it's a weak storm that would brush our area, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. And then you can see more cold plunges coming through here, though right now it's not showing any any snowstorms on here yet. But we will still see the colder air coming in. So if we look at the temperature anomaly chart, you'll see here, and as we get, you can see behind this snowstorm, there's going to be a lot of really frigid air moving to the Midwest, even down to Texas. You can see the way above normal temperatures in the east. That gives way to the cold air, then moving into the east as well. And then you can see we get a little bit of a break, but then more cold air. And then boom, there's some more cold air around mid-month there. So we're still going to be seeing Arctic air outbreaks as we head into February. But right now, no really major storms on the horizon, but that could always change. So tomorrow we'll have, hopefully they'll have the climate updates for us, the full climate updates. But yeah, January was significantly below normal, our first significantly below normal month in a while. So that is going to be it for this weather update. Take care and thank you for watching.